is because you've invested so much time and energy into this man. All right. So one thing I've learned is that especially for women, it's very difficult to get over a man or a relationship when you have invested so much into it. The sacrifices that you made and what you hoped you would get a return on that investment, and when it doesn't come to fruition, that's a very tough pill to swallow. And the struggle to let go stems from wanting that return, wanting the fruits of your labor, wanting to see that all of that work, energy, and time wasn't in vain. And so now you become unhealthily attached to that investment. And that's why it's extremely important as you move forward in other relationships, or for those of you who are currently in a relationship, you've got to make sure that when you do for your partner or when you do in a situation, you are not, it's done out of a genuine love. It's done out of what you are comfortable doing. It's done with a true peace in your heart. Because if it's done simply looking for a specific return, that is the slippery slope that can throw everything off. All right. And so you've got to be mindful of that. So to give a more specific example, if you were dating a man and you were hoping for him to fully commit to you, all right, and let's just say getting in an official relationship, because sometimes getting over him isn't a guy that you were in an official relationship with. It could have been a situationship that you spent a lot of time in. But either way, let's say you thought, okay, I'm going to do all these wifey duties. I'm going to cook for him. I'm going to be there for him. I don't know why I feel the need to say, I'm going to write his resume. I hear that I get so much, I have to mention it. I'm going to be his rock. I'm going to make sure he has everything he needs. But you're doing it with the hopes that he will see your value and then commit to you. And now when he drags you along for months, maybe even years, and then it comes to an end and you never get that commitment, the reality is that your struggle to get over him isn't about him as a man. Because him as a man throughout that whole situation, he wasn't pouring into you, truly, not consistently at least. He wasn't the man you needed. He wasn't truly making you happy. But you got so caught up in trying to get a return on what you gave that now your regret, your hurt, your struggle is because, dang, I never got my money's worth, so to speak. All right? And I don't want to feel stupid about how much I tried with this man. And not just the investment in what you did. Hell, it might be the investment in how much you tried to convince people around you that this was good for you, even though it wasn't. It might be the emotional investment you made in trying to convince yourself. And you don't want to face that reality. But again, understand and differentiate between, is your struggle getting over him, or is the struggle getting over all that you did for him? And that, again, you didn't feel like he properly repaid you for your efforts, so to speak. He did not honor your efforts. He did not respect your value. When you start to understand that difference, it helps to break you free. Because again, now you realize it's not him. And the problem is when you attach it to him, rather than separate the issues, you now fool yourself into believing you are still in love with him. You fool yourself into believing that he might be the guy because you feel some kind of way about the situation. But again, it's not him. It's all that you did for him. So the investment creates, and all these things I'm listing for you, they all contribute to creating unhealthy attachments. And that's what happens in a lot of situations. And I have to mention, listen, because not every situation of you not getting over him is about unhealthy attachment. Wait till the last point and I will explain more. But getting back to the main point here, yes, that investment you have to be mindful of. And also, this is another reason why, for those of you who are in the dating phase or early in the relationship, once you sense as a woman that this is not the man for you, you've got to cut him loose as soon as possible. Because the longer you let him linger, the longer you stay in this situation, the stronger the attachment becomes. Because again, as time goes by, the more you invest emotionally, physically, hell, sometimes financially, all right? More is going to occur, more is going to be piled on that's only going to cause a bigger struggle for you. So you've got to be quick to recognize when this is not for you and release it before matters gets worse. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. They say when God blocks it, leave it alone. But the hard part is understanding, how do I know God blocked it? How do I know this is really what he wants me to do? How do I know when he does not want me to be with someone in a